Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video, you can see by the title, we're doing a tag video today. Been a while since I've done a tag video. Been a while. I've got my laptop here next to me, so we're gonna get right to it, but we're gonna hydrate first, because hydration's important. Oh, my throat has not been the same. Honestly, my throat's not been the same since the Stray Kids concert, I'm going to be honest with you. But we're not here to talk about that today. So the tag that we're doing that I got off, I get all the tags that I do, I get them off the ZZ with Books blog. They have like a whole list of different tags. So the one that I'm doing is the currently reading book tag. It was created by the YouTuber Carly Rainhorse. I hope I pronounced your name right. We find it off YouTube. But yeah, here we go. Like, if these ads could just like F off, that'd be great. Yeah, goodbye. So it's like you scroll through the screen and then a fucking ad pops up the bottom. But anyway. So, first question of the currently reading book tag is, how many books do you usually read at once? I would say up to about 3 in each format. So I'll have a book that I'm physically reading, I'll have one on my Kindle, and I'd always have an audiobook going. So at least 3 in each format. I just like having variety because I like having a physical book to sit and read when I'm at home. And I take my Kindle with me everywhere, like if I'm going out anywhere, or like when I went on my trip last week, I just brought my Kindle with me. So yeah, I like to have at least 3 going at all times in the various formats. If you're reading more than one book at a time, how do you decide when to switch to reading the other book? Do you read a certain amount of pages in each? Well, like I said, I like having, like I have one at home, and usually I would just leave that one at home and I would try and just differentiate between the two. I don't really think about how many pages that I'm reading. I like to read maybe at least 2 or 3 chapters of each, usually every couple days, depending on what I'm doing. If I have like a few days off work like I do today, like I have the weekend off, I try to do as much physical reading as I can, so maybe 2 or 3 chapters. The same for all of them, really. Do you ever? I just read whenever I feel like it, and depending on how much I'm enjoying each one, that always depends on how much I read. But usually, if I'm really not enjoying it, I would just DNF. So question 3. Do you ever switch bookmarks when you're partway through a book? No. No. If I'm using a certain bookmark for if I'm using a certain bookmark for a certain book, then my laptop is just deciding to be a dick and not stay up. If I'm reading a certain book, I just use a certain bookmark and I just stick to that bookmark, really. Woo! I'll keep that close by so not to reach over you. The floor. Next question. Where do you keep the book you're currently reading? Bedside table. The bedside bundle. I usually have a little pile of books right beside my bed, usually at all times. My Kindle is always usually there at all times. What I'm currently reading and what I plan to read next would go on top of my dressing table there. What time of day do you spend most time reading? Usually in the morning. Like, I wake up, go get breakfast, and, just have some chill reading time in the morning for like 15-20 minutes. So yeah, that's usually in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, usually just whenever I feel like it. But like, as of lately, ever since lockdown, actually, I tend to I got into the habit of reading for about 15-20 minutes in the morning. So yeah, How long do you typically read for in one go? About 15-20 minutes. You know, read for a bit and then I stick on a YouTube video or something, or an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something, sit and watch that, and then but I always just like have my book sitting on my lap, so like I would usually like 15-20 minute little intervals in between. So do you read hardcovers with a dust jacket on or off? Off. Always off. I used to sit with them on, but it annoyed me so much because it slips and slides everywhere, and then you just take it off. Do you know what I mean? Just like take off the dust jacket and I can just sit and read without the damn thing slipping about everywhere. Like, it just pissed me off. So always off. What position do you usually mainly use to read? That's just normal sitting position, or sometimes I would lie down. Like if I have my Kindle, you just sit, like I would sit with it on my knee in one hand like this and just, you know, boop, boop, like that. Or just, you know, normal sitting position. Do you take the book you're currently reading with you everywhere you go? Yes. I take a book with me everywhere, even if I know I probably won't read. Like, I take my Kindle with me to work. Like, if I have like a 15-minute or 30-minute break during my shift, usually, like, I have it in there, but 9 times out of 10, I don't usually read. Like, I just go onto YouTube and sit and watch a Dan and Phil compilation or something. But, or even if I know there is absolutely no chance of, you know, I'm not gonna have any time to like sit and read anywhere, I always have a book with me. Like, always. Next question. How often do you update your progress in the book you're currently reading on Goodreads? I try to. Like, but I usually don't tend to update it until I've hit the 100-page mark. So I'll hit the 100-page mark and then I'll update it there. And then every maybe like 20-30 pages, I'll try and update it. I always try to remember to update as much as I can on Goodreads. I don't usually leave my Goodreads down below. I should really remember to do that. I'll try and remember to leave my Goodreads in the description of this video, but you know me, I usually forget. But I try to as often as I can. And the last question, that was a short tag. Who would you like to tag? Anybody that's watching this. Well, Kaz, if you're watching this, consider yourself tagged. I would like to hear all about your reading habits. And if you want to do this tag, then consider yourself tagged, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That was a pretty short and sweet tag. Do you know what? That's what we needed today, isn't it? That is what we needed. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link to this tag in the description along with all my other socials. And I will try and remember to leave my Goodreads down there if you guys are on there. Feel free to follow me on there if you wish. Along with my Bluesky, Instagram threads, and my TikTok. So if you want to follow me on there, that's great. Or if you just want to subscribe to this channel, you are more than welcome to do that. Ring the bell so you know when I upload next. And be sure to give the video a like so the algorithm knows you like me. Can leave a comment if you want. And yeah, that's it for the day. I'll see you next week. Bye.